Okay guys, so let's continue the lab, and this lab is Eigrp lab number 5. So let me change the topic. This is lab number 5 and this is Eigrp stuff. Okay, but before we do that, right, I'm going to use the same configuration which we were using in lab number 4. The only change I'm going to do is that I'm going to run in Eigrp named mode in router 2. So let's do no router Eigrp 100 router Eigrp test, and then address family IPv4 unicast, and then autonomous system number 100, and then I will do the network system just like we did in that one. So network 12 and network 2. I'm still not advertising the Ethernet 0 which we will do a bit later, right? So although I have enabled it, the neighbor termination is received, so it should be working. Let's see, show run section router Eigrp. Okay, so the reason why it is not coming up is because we are running authentication. So if you look at here, and on say 1 by 2 I have authentication set here, which I haven't on router 2. So we can do both things. We can do authentication. So let's do authentication here. So, by the way, that authentication command should be there. If you look at interface 1 by 1, that is not here anymore. So when I did no router, so it went away. So let's go to, we are in address family. So if I do Kochima, you won't see authentication here. So for authentication, we have to go to AF interface CL1 by 1, and then we have to do authentication, and this time authentication mode is MD5, and here we have more option, right? So we have keychain option. So I think keychain should be there, which is test. Because I haven't removed the keychain, so it should be there. Yeah, it was there. So as soon as I did that, it worked. So if I do show run section router Eigrp, you see that now everything is in one place, right? So rather than in different sub interface commands and all that, so everything is in one place. So this is nice. So what else we can do here? So let's generate a summary address. So let me go to this guy on router 1, and here summary will happen on 0 by 1. So this is 7 by 2 actually. So this is why we are saying that Eigrp new mode is better, right? Because everything is in one place. So 1.1.0.0 255.255.252.0. So this is the summary generated. So if I go on router 2 into show IP route Eigrp, now I'm receiving one route, and I can actually ping all of them, right? So I can ping 111, I can ping 01, I can ping 21, and I can ping 31. So I can ping all of them with that summary, right? So now let's do the same on router 2. So on router 2, what we are going to do is that I will take this, and you will go inside the interface. So let's take all that, and then just do the summary. So summary address, and then you just have to define that. So in this case, we have 2.2.0.0 and 255.255.252.0. Right, so this is the summary. So now if I go on router 1 and look show IP route Eigrp, now I'm receiving the summary. So I can ping 2.2.0.2, 1.2, 2.2, and 3.2. Okay, so this is how you do the summarization in named mode. So we learned both ways. Now let's do one thing more. Let's create a static route. Okay, a static route for the route which we don't know, right? So let's create a static route on router 1, and let's create a static route on router 12, and then we will see how the distribution will work, just for the sake of that. So let's do config t IP route. Let's say on 11, on router 1 we will do 11, that this network is via fast Ethernet 0 by 0, right, which is 200, or actually just do Ethernet 0 by 0, just for the sake of that, right. So this is going there. And on router 2, let's do the same thing, do 22, 11 there, 22 here, and same thing, Ethernet 0 by 0. So both guys are going the same way. Now we will redistribute it, right? So let's redistribute it here. So router Eigrp 100 redistribute static, and that's how it got distributed. So if I go here and do show IP route Eigrp, now I have external route, right? Now in name mode, we actually have to go to topology base, right? Because redistribution is in topology base. So if I go, if I do show run section router Eigrp, so I have to go here first thing, and then here we have topology base, and inside base we have a redistribution, right? So same thing, redistribute the static, and that's it. If I go on router 1 and if I look at IP route Eigrp, I have external route here, which is 22 and 3 as well. So I created 3 in previous one, so that is also coming. So let me see what do show run section router. Oh, it was a static route, right? So show run include route, and let's remove this route, 3 route, because we don't need that for this type. So now if I go and check, I have 122, right? So this is quite easy, right? This is not that bad. Now what we will do is that we will do RIP on router 1 and router 2 as well, right? And then we redistribute RIP, and then we will see what's happening and how we do that, right? Not that difficult of a task. So what we will do is that let's create router RIP no auto summary version 2 base commands, and then network. So let's advertise network 1110, right? Okay, so this might have an issue because I haven't connected to the 2 and I wanted to run RIP on this network. Doesn't matter, let's do that. So I did that, right? And what I will do that I will go into router Eigrp 100 and redistribute RIP with the metric of all ones. So metric of all ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on router 2, I will do the same router RIP version 2 no auto summary, and network 200.2.2.0, and then router. Oh, we have new node here. So usually what I do is that I go check and then I copy paste it, and then insert topology base I will say redistribute RIP metric 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is how you do that. Now if you want to verify, you can verify actually. If you go on router 1 and show IP route Eigrp, you see that now I have 200 here, right? Because the replicant interface is coming in because that's part of the RIP, and vice versa. If I go on router 2, I will see the same. Show IP route Eigrp, I will see the same. So although I don't have any RIP routes, I have nothing anywhere, right? But the idea is to do the redistribution, and that is happening. Now what we can do is that we can say on router 1 we can say that the main purpose of this lab is to make it a stub. So we can say that router 1 is a stub network. So we go into Eigrp 100 and we say Eigrp stub, and then we have other options, right? A stub connected means let the connected goes, and everything else I don't care, right? So if anybody asks me about anything else, I don't know that, right? And let's do the same on router 2 just to see how you're going to do that on the name mode section router Eigrp. Now if you look at this one, and if you look this, we have Eigrp base commands, Eigrp stub, and then again connected, right? So you have multiple options. You can do connected and whatever, right? So let's do Eigrp stub. Let's do just stub, right? Connected, we have done this. So just to show you guys what's going to happen. So now if I go and look on router 2, show IP route Eigrp, you see that I am receiving all the ones, but I am not receiving the 200, right? Because only the directly connected networks that are being used are going to command, network command are being used, they are coming in, and the Eigrp ones are not coming in, okay? Because I defined that only connected ones. And if I show on router 1, I should see something here. Oh, it should not be. So let's say if I don't do this, show run section router, because stub means nothing will go by, just somebody is coming in, right? So let's say I want to remove this count. We see stub connected in summary. Connected in summary will go everything else. This is the default behavior here, so that is why. So what I can do is say this config t, and I would say no. So now if I go on router 1 and if I look at your IP route Eigrp, it's unchanged. So there is no change happened. If you so you can only say one side stub, right? So that's how you do that. Now we can say on router 1 that don't send the connected one, but send the summary, because right now it is show IP route Eigrp. So right now it's sending us all the actual ones. So if we go on router 1 and we say no, first we have to do no Eigrp, stub connected, verify that it's being removed, do show run, it is removed, and then we'll do Eigrp stub summary. So just send the summary. So if I go on router 2 and look at show IP route Eigrp, so now I'm receiving only the summary. So whatever I say, it will send that one, right? And then I can also do static, right? So we have other options here. So we have to no to this guy and Eigrp stub. You see, so we did connect it. We did is summary. Now let's see static. Advertise static routes. So if I do static and enter, if I go on to, so I'm receiving, wait, I'm receiving the static route of 11 which I created, right? So that's it. Let's do, we were redistributing something here, right? That is our rip. So let's do that one as well. So if we do Eigrp stub redistribute, and now if I go to 2, it's not up yet. It's not up yet. So I should see 200 as well. That's the idea. Let's see if there's something wrong. Do show run section of Eigrp. Eigrp redistributed. And am I redistributing something? I'm redistributing static and I'm redistributing rip. So is rip is coming in here? Is not coming in here. The reason why it's not coming in here because that connection is going nowhere, right? That connection is going nowhere. It was supposed to connect somewhere, but because it's not connected, that's why. But redistributed, so it's sending us the static one again. you can see the static one is coming in, right? So that's the idea. Now let's move on to the last one. The last one we should do, if you look at router 1 and do no here and do Eigrp stub receive only, set receives only neighbor. So it means that it won't send anything. Let's see. Do show IP route Eigrp. I'm receiving everything from 2. Let's go on 2. I'm not sending anything back to Eigrp. See? So that's another receive only thing. So if I do Eigrp stub only, it will send summary and connected, as I told you guys. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is it. So I hope this is good. You guys can practice on it. Simple lab. Enjoy it. Have a good one.